Hey, everybody. Welcome to another special edition of Indie Comics Relay. I'm Keith Gleason, your host. With me always is my good sidekick, my friend, Johnny C. How's it going, Johnny?
Not bad. All these episodes seem to be special, so that's great.
Right? We gotta always make, the viewers feel like they're watching something special and it's not just the run of the mill. But I do feel that we have a special episode tonight. Christmas.
Yeah, I decided to kind of, dress the part. So I got my ho 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 Santa hat on.
And what are you drinking? Nice.
I got my spiked eggnog.
Nice. I just got my crappy Coke energy drink over here, so
that works. Whatever.
Yeah.
Cheers to it.
Yeah. And tonight we're doing something different though. We're gonna be doing more like our Halloween episode where we're gonna have we have a couple questions that we're gonna be putting out to our panel of guests tonight.
Yep.
And actually we should probably talk about it right before we bring them on. So we're gonna be talking about everybody's worst Christmas special. That could be like, the worst one you hated as a kid, or even like an episode of a TV show that was Christmas themed that you hated, something like that.
I have a strong suspicion there's going to be just a number one general themed holiday special that everybody in unison is going to pretty much hate, and I can't wait to get right into it. I know what it's going to be.
Well, I always found when we did our old show, the negative ones were the more fun ones. So that's why I wanted to throw that in there. And then we'll end it with something sweet, like what was your favorite gift as you got as a kid? And that's always fun to see what everybody was like the Ralphie thing, like which gift you were dying to get. You know what I mean?
What was your Red Ryder BB gun, and did you shoot your eye out?
Exactly. So go ahead.
I was just going to say real quick, not only is it a Christmas episode, but it's also an all-star episode. Everybody on the show is people who have been featured before that are coming back. So we get to feature everybody once again. We get to kind of check in, see how their Kickstarters or their Indiegogos went, and kind of celebrate all together, the holiday season, which is nice.
Yeah, definitely. And this will be probably our last broadcast of 2020, so it ended on a bang,
Yep.
And
big shout out to everybody already watching. Ara, Amy's birthday,
thanks guys.
George. Big shout out to Jack Holder. Congratulations, my friend.
Congrats. Just saw that on Facebook, or actually I didn't see it. My wife told me about it. I'm hardly on Facebook, but anyways. So all right, so let's bring out our panel of guests. One of them will be arriving a little late. That's Julius Freeman, who has the Ghetto Dragon. He'll be coming shortly as soon as he can. He's actually on another stream, so he'll be here shortly.
Love the Ghetto Dragon.
Yeah, right? I can't wait to get that book. So let's start bringing in our panels. First, we got Mark Frankel. Hey, Mark, how you doing?
Hey. What's going on?
Thank you for joining us in this end of the year spectacular. What's up?
Cheers. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. We'll have to do a virtual, toast. All right. Second panelist, Marni. Hey, Marni. Thanks for joining us.
We're all going to be there, I hope.
Yes. I might be the only one without an alcoholic drink tonight, I think.
It's 2 days before Christmas, and I'm ready to shit all over it.
I can't wait to hear what your worst special is. But anyways, all right. So our next guest is Joe Catapano. Hey, Joe. Good to see you again.
Yeah, it's been a while now.
I know. Joe, were you drinking tonight too? You got a spiked drink?
I'm on my second IPA, but I'm running low, so I have to break away for a second.
Cheers,
Awesome. And then finally, Alex. Alex, hey, how you doing?
Hey.
That's
you got
great.
my shirt on, kid. What are you doing?
Well, mine is older, so I got it too. See, nobody would have noticed had you not brought it up.
No, I'm calling you out.
That's funny. Only on this show, right? That's fantastic. So how you guys, Alex, are you drinking tonight too, or?
Not tonight. I kind of overdid it last night, so gonna take a break before tomorrow, where I'm gonna be really pulling it out.
Nice.
Twitter.
So are you guys
after the
all
holidays?
right? Are you guys all social distancing for the holidays, or are you gonna do you guys getting together with family? What's going on?
I've got 2 friends that are part of my COVID bubble. We're just kind of hang out. That's pretty much it. Oh,
Oh, nice.
Johnny's doing.
He's in the chat. So
Oh, hey, Chelsea. Thanks for joining us. Anyone else? You guys, I probably maybe get together with my immediate family, but that's it, you know?
Yes,
I went home for Christmas. I am alone, and I went to the Chinese market today. So
Nice.
Chinese stuff like every year.
Nice. Great. So we'll get started on the questions, and I'll tell the audience too, we're going to be talking about our worst Christmas specials, like just a Christmas special you absolutely can't stand, and let us know why, and then also we'll all discuss it. So who wants to kick us off first? Anyone want to volunteer? Should I go first? Or?
Yeah, you go first.
Okay. So I think I'm a lot older than all of you guys. So in the 80s, there was this special. You kind of just watched it out of obligation. I don't even think they show it anymore because it's so bad. But there was a Christmas special called "'Twas the Night Before Christmas." Did you guys ever see that?
Yep.
Yes.
I hate it. Awful. The drawing, oh my god,
It's
the
like
drawing,
weird animation, right?
weird animation, right?
Off-putting. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
There was-
like every character had like buck teeth and like, like it was just horrible.
Yeah, it was
I'm
like,
gonna bring up an image so you guys know what I'm talking about.
yeah,
here.
I may have seen this. I don't know. We'll have to take a closer
Yeah, let
look
me
here.
see.
as I recall, it reminds me of Secret of Nim or something. I don't know what it reminds me of.
Yeah. Let me bring up. There's the cover. Let me.
You have to remember, like, animation in the 70s was a little bit more tripped out. Felix the Cat, things like that.
Yeah.
There's like.
Yeah, I do remember.
I mean, look at how ugly this Santa Claus is. And,
It looks like he came from a hobbit hole.
right?
He's
Right?
fourth generation Santa who just kept fucking the elves.
That
Yeah, like an inbred Santa.
He's the Huckleberry
So
Jew
weird.
of Santa Clauses.
needs Dr. Pimple Popper on this dude.
Yeah, right. But absolutely boring. Like just, like I mean, like there was like these weird mice. Like,
Oh my
I mean,
God.
look
Yeah.
at, like, do you guys remember this one at
Yeah.
all? Like, it's just,
I do.
and like the nerdy mouse. It just was like, I just remember like we watched it, but you kind of watched it out of obligation, just because it there was nothing on at the time. There was no cartoons. It was just like you kind of got through it and then went to like Charlie Brown or Rudolph or something, But I don't even think they show it anymore. It's that bad, But
I have
That was
never.
on my radar.
never
I don't
seen
think
that.
I've ever seen it.
no,
It's definitely
It's-
Eastern. Yeah.
they used to show it a lot in the early '80s, probably up to like '85. I mean, they probably show it on ABC Family now, but yeah, avoid at all costs if you can.
I don't remember anything about it. I just remember seeing it once as a kid.
Yeah, it's terrible. That's all you ever want to see. Hey, did we lose someone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark.
Or did we lose Mark?
Totally did not have
That's okay. He'll get back in.
Yeah, we'll weave him back in. Oh, there he is. Wait, hold on. Hang on. Let me. There he is. All right. So Johnny, why don't you go next?
Oh man. Well, I'm gonna say the obvious one because I didn't recall a lot of Christmas specials, but Star Wars is easily one of the worst Christmas specials in general, only because a lot of it seemed to miss the mark of the franchise generally, and a lot of it seemed like the actors didn't want to be there. You know what I mean? And they just kind of shoehorned a bunch of stuff that was relevant for that time into Star Wars. But that being said, like, I don't want to completely crap on it. I actually want to talk about the opposite, the things I did like from it.
Oh, okay.
Besides Boba Fett, what was the best part of it?
Obviously, the Boba Fett cartoon was easily even though it's like wildly animated.
Shout out to John Celestri. I talked to that guy on his YouTube channel, the guy that animated that.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah, it's a cool dude.
Yes, it's like got that like 70s acid trip kind of vibe a little bit, where the faces are a little longer and things are a little bit more weirder, and everything looks like it's keeping on trucking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I did like the Boba Fett sequence, but also, and maybe I'll catch some heat for this one, but the bar sequence with one of the Golden Girls there, I thought was, for what it was, I thought was pretty cool. Like, it was just this kind of like tavern owner that was on the verge of getting shut down because of the Empire. And then she kind of broke out into a little bit of a song kind of thing and telling everybody to, hey, pack it up for the night, which is like, it's like a good closing time song that's stuck in this awful holiday special. You know what I mean?
It would probably be good if it was like a standalone thing, right?
It really, if they took Christmas out of it and it was just about like closing time at a Star Wars bar, I think that would have probably held closer to people's hearts in the Star Wars like mythology. But it's same thing with the Boba Fett cartoon. It's packed into this awful holiday special with the Wookiee family is the featured stars, and that was the wrong choice because none of them spoke English. So it was like really a good solid 35 minutes of growling.
Why no subtitle for like 27 minutes?
Yeah, and then the oldest Wookiee has a very, very perverted moment in the middle with, I think, Diane Ross or something. And it's very, to watch it nowadays, it's more awkward than it is or than it would have been.
I'm sure it was probably awkward for them back then, though.
Maybe.
Yeah, but at the time, you got to think, too, you had nothing. Like, there was no Star Wars, so people were probably hungry for that when it came out, I think. You know?
It's like how people accepted the Transformers movies in 2007. There never were any Transformers in live action before, so some things were easy to forgive, and it just got worse and worse.
Dude, the worst part is right now you've got that freaking closing time song in my head. I can hear it.
Fuck you.
You don't have to shoot first, but you can't stay here.
Yeah.
I like that. The Empire's on their way. Time. Pack up all your lightsabers and move away.
That's great. Let me see if we have any comments about.
Wow.
Someone, Ara says he loves the Boba Fett section of the Star Wars Holiday Special. I agree. That's probably the best part, right? I mean, it has to be. The rest
Shout
of it, not so
J-Mo.
much. Yeah. So, anyone else have any thoughts about the Holiday Special Star Wars, or like it, hate it?
The Star Wars one. I mean, where'd they dig up Art Carney, right?
Yeah, right.
May I say that Art Carney is the only representation of somebody wearing glasses in the Star Wars universe.
Yes.
Too.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah, he's from the Honeymooners, right?
Well, I think that was the first thing he had done in decades.
Right.
Oh yeah, easily.
Someone else, Kirk, agrees with me. It was The Night Before Christmas was horrible. Yep.
There's a lot of really bad ones.
Amy, the same animation crew as the animated Hobbit movie. That actually makes sense.
That makes sense.
It looks like they repurposed Hobbit artwork for it.
They really do, yeah. Or they just bought Hobbit.
Yep. All right. So, Mike Martone. I gotta boot Mike Martone. Get out of here, Martone. Charlie Brown Christmas, blah. Get out of here. I don't agree.
The only acceptable ones.
But anyways, so let's go to Marni. What was your worst Christmas special?
So I have two for very different reasons.
Okay.
The first one is that god awful. We've all seen it too many times as children. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Oh, okay.
Hate it. Hate it.
The Breaking Bad puppet ones. The puppet ones. Okay.
Yeah, the ones that've been on since I was a kid.
Okay.
Like, earlier than that, yeah. Like if I could reach through the TV and like bleed out Rudolph, I would. I hate it. I hate it. Like, I hate the premise. I hate the fact that he has a film because it's like the song is it's garbage too. It was like, oh, like all these like dumb reindeer that nobody ever talks about. But did you know about the famous dude? Like,
wasn't it just a marketing tool?
Yeah,
wasn't it literally like a market for like?
And it isn't Christmas marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It's absolute garbage. And like back in 2011, I was working in a salon where we were required to have the radio on. I had a 6-hour shift, and in that 6 hours, I heard that freaking song like 18 times. And if I never hear it again in my life, it'll be too goddamn soon. Like I broke the radio that day. Like I cut the cable on the radio. I was done with it.
I'll have to agree to disagree with you on that one. I like Rudolph.
I hate
That's the real thing, though. If you hear too much of the same song over and over again, you tune it out. I used to intern at a radio station when Korn Got the Life was popular, so I heard it literally 25 times an hour, and it got to the point where like I would just zone out when I heard
it. I heard the entirety of it every single freaking time it played.
Yeah.
Before you do your second one, does anyone want to share that opinion as well, or?
I'll fight on it. I'll fight you.
I wholly disagree, and I think you're a mean one, Marni Joelen.
It's also a bad one.
Well, my thing with Rudolph is I always loved the part where they went to the island of the misfit toys. Like I would take any of those toys. I thought those toys were awesome when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah. Part of that film that's acceptable, but also like they have their own song. They could have done their own damn film. They didn't need to be like interjected into your only valuable once somebody else decides what you're worth movie.
I agree with you if it was Rudolph's Shiny New Year. I don't like that one. I find that one boring.
I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah.
There's also Rudolph in July.
Oh, is there? There's a Rudolph.
Yeah.
I never saw that one.
I'm checked out on Rudolph in July. Christmas doesn't belong in July.
Yeah, exactly. And what was your second one, Marni?
So this one's far more personal than Nutcracker.
You know, I've never seen that.
I was in the freaking Nutcracker when I was a kid.
The movie?
No, the stage
karate move.
That's
the ballet
great.
Performed nationwide, used to be based out of Tampa, my hometown, and so all the soldiers were the little kids in each city. So my ballet class had to be the little tin soldiers that fell down during the Battle of the Rats. And the moms, apparently in 97 or whatever, had no idea what to do with like making us look like soldiers, and they glued felt to our face with super glue. And at the end of the night, ripped it off.
Oh man!
Yeah, we had to do that show
traumatizing.
3 times or something. It was awful, but also
Is this incriminating or what?
What's that?
Yeah.
Is this incriminating somebody?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
But it was like none of them did it, but also just like the entire premise of it was better summed up in Fantasia 2000 than it ever was as a long-winded 3-hour whatever the hell ballet that it is. It's awful. And everyone's like, "Oh, I love the music," and it's overrated.
So do you like the animation one?
The one in Fantasia 2000 was really well done.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say the animation's good.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen any of that. But do you like if you see Nutcracker? Do you have like flashbacks to?
PTSD, but every time I see a Nutcracker, I'm just like, ah.
Fantastic. I like that. That's a good one. All right, let's move on to Mark. Mark, what is your worst Christmas special?
So I have kids, and part of having kids is watching these things over and over and over again, and then over again some more, right? So it's not all that different from when you're talking about the music. Like I still, every time I hear Little Saint Nick, I just want to throttle somebody because, it brings me back to working retail and being stuck for like 10, 12 hours in one place and hearing the same freaking 5 songs over and over again, So yeah, I was thinking about it, and I started kind of down the path of like thinking about some of the animation and stuff like that. And so I was thinking a little bit about Frosty, because we watched Frosty so many times. And I don't necessarily, I'm not saying that's the worst one, but what's funny is we DVR'd a number of these, right? And just kind of held on to them. Like literally, I pissed off my cable company. It probably sat there for 3-4 years, and we'd replay the damn things every year. I watched Frosty so many damn times. I could literally still probably sit down and recite all the lines. And I was thinking about it, and then I remembered that there was a Frosty 2.
Yeah.
It was like horrible and premiseless.
They changed the girl too, didn't they? In that,
yeah, it was like, it was like, Spaceballs 2, the search for more cash. Like,
yeah, right. I always found that like those sequels never did as well as the original. Like even with Rudolph or any of those. Even Charlie Brown had like a second Christmas special that didn't do well, and it's always the originals with everybody.
We'd watch the first one, and you get to the end of it, and it was like, "You want to watch the? No, let's just go to bed instead. Let's do anything else but
that." Someone agreed. My wife agrees with you. Frosty 2 is awful. I don't. What was even the premise of the second one? I don't even remember. I know I've seen it once when I was a kid, but I don't even remember what the hell it was
something
about.
With Jack Frost or like.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I want to say there was something with Jack Frost or whatever. It was, you give me PTSD.
I haven't actually seen it. Was the animation good?
It was the same, right? Or was it a little cheaper?
Exact. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In fact, my kid just had on the other one that kind of always weirds me out a little bit is Santa Claus is Coming to Town. And like it's that same kind of production studio, and it's just really like they're almost like mannequins, and it's freaking creepy. You're just like, no, I don't want to watch this. This is going to give me some kind of horror, dreams of horror movies and Santa Claus stabbing me, and I don't know.
Yeah, that's so true. No, that's a good one because I was talking about it with my wife earlier, and she had mentioned that one too. Like when I was like, if you're gonna come on the show, which one would you say? And she said that one as well. So yeah. So did anyone else watch that one, or anyone else seen that one, or no?
That one I missed. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. All right, I saw it once when I was a kid, but I remember it sucked, and I don't think they ever showed it again. So. But all right, Alex, what do you got? What's your worst Christmas special? One that you hated?
I don't know, man, because like I unlike you guys, I was blissfully ignorant of the majority of this stuff. Like I may have seen one or two of the good ones, but I was never a big Christmas guy.
Oh, really? Just there was nothing you saw, and you're like, I can't even stand this.
I mean, for me, it's just like it's more of a place than a movie. Like,
okay, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
My time around Rockefeller Center, and I get PTSD going there because, like, not only did I work there for like 8 years of my life at different points, and like dealing with the Christmas season, especially working nights there during Christmas. Oh my God, I want to like blow the place up.
Yeah, because that's a big deal, right? With the tree and everything in Rock. I mean,
every time somebody from out of town would come by, my brother would be like, "Oh, let's go have like our third cousin twice removed from like Greece, show him this big fucking tree in the middle."
I've been through there, like in New York at
times. This is annoying.
Yeah, I've been through there at New York at that time of the season, and it is like literally a nightmare. So to actually say that you have to work through that, I greatly sympathize.
Mark can agree. He worked for a while there.
Oh, building?
That first day when the tree is lit is an absolute shit show, and you need to leave work by like 3:00 and just get as far away from there as possible. God forbid you leave at 5 or after.
No.
They'll route you 30 blocks that way to come back this way to go back 30 blocks that way.
Hells no.
You call out.
Yeah.
I've threatened to quit a couple times at certain jobs. Like I do not have the Christmas spirit. I mean, now like I'm starting to get into it because like my wife was really into Christmas stuff, and she's like, "Oh, we should do a tree and blah 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 blah." And I'm like, okay, fine. But when the Christmas movies come on, you're going to the other room. I'm going to the other room. I am fucking Grinch. So
That's great. So, all right, well, that's fine, if you don't have one, and I get that, and I get that about the tree too. I mean, I've worked in places, and you just get tired of it after a while. All right, let's move on to Joe. Joe, what do you have for us?
Yeah, before I start, I had like almost the exact opposite experience since I was a tourist seeing the tree in Rockefeller Center. So I got to see the snow and everything. So for me, it was like, as a 8-year-old or something, it was a magical time. So it's conflicted, but I can see I would hate it if I lived there or worked there. But yeah, mine is a tough call because I love and hate it at the same time. And that's the Claymation Christmas special. I don't know if you've ever seen that. It's a musical.
No.
Yeah, Claymation. So the animation's awesome.
the actual title, Claymation Christmas?
Yeah, go look up the Claymation Christmas.
Is it like Gumby style?
Huh?
Let me see if I can find anything on
Gumby-ish
it.
style. So it's musical. So they go through each of these like set of different like songs and or personalities. Like Rudolph's in it. The California Raisins were in it.
Oh wow!
Hey, wait. This sounds familiar.
Yeah, so they called it the Claymation Christmas. I just loved it because I was like, I like 2 songs. I like the California Raisin song and I liked another song, and the rest were just I have to sit through with my family. So
I think I found. Let me see. I think I found the box at least.
okay.
It just shows every single Claymation movie ever.
Yeah.
I see it on Wikipedia. I don't know if that's going to bring up.
Oh yeah, here's a thing for the video. Let me.
Wait, does Amy have it correct? That's the one with the California Raisins as well?
Yeah, that's right.
I vaguely remember this. I do remember the California Raisins being in something.
Yeah,
I always thought that was their own special, so I guess it was part of this. And the dinosaurs, the wassailing.
So it's called Will Vinton.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah,
that's right. I remember this.
Yeah, there's a lot of screenshots. Oh wow, yeah.
Right, but like
I kind of remember this one. I wonder why this one didn't take off. Like I don't.
Probably
I don't
that
have
potato thing in the middle that keeps scrolling across the screen.
Yeah, this one.
He's a
that looks like the Noid.
Yeah, it's one where you hate.
Oh yeah, that's probably the Noid.
The Noid ruins Christmas.
Oh god.
Your cookies in 30 minutes or
Thumb was
less.
smoothed out completely around.
Yeah,
This
was
is wild. So is this oh no, that's from
Mr. Peanut's yokel cousin.
Yeah. Yeah, so what was the premise on this? I don't remember
It's
this one.
just an anthology of songs.
Oh, really?
So I forget what even the California Raisins sang, but it was like the best song, whatever it was. Anyway, each little category was just a song, and they did cool, weird things. Some of them you loved, like I said, the Raisin one, and some of them were just like boring, and just generic. Just watching a tree get lit or something. And it just wasn't great.
The one that you really liked was it?
The one that's had like brand name people in it, like the Raisins were good. The sorry, Marni, the Rudolph one was decent. The dinosaur one was okay too because you like recognize them from a show, So. But yeah, the rest were just like I said, very generic, very just whatever, a little drummer voice shit, So,
I'll probably have to check on YouTube and see if they have that in its entirety. I bet they do.
I'm sure they
In the
do.
private chat to the actual search because the whole title it says you have to write Will Vinton first, or it just shows you every Christmas claymation in history.
Will Vinton, who's that?
But he's the guy who made it.
Just the dude. Okay.
Yep.
That's great. That's a great one because I totally forgot that one's like off my radar completely.
It's weird. So when we were kids, like it was on a VHS tape that someone recorded. So I didn't even know like when it ever really aired or whatever, So
yeah. No, that's great.
Yeah.
So we're still. I guess Julius isn't coming, so we might end up actually moving to the next question without him. But before we do that, let me go through the chat and see what other ones people have said here.
While we're doing that, maybe we can do a couple of promos for people too. I know one of the crowdfunding campaigns from next year I'm looking forward to the most is Star City. Or no, sorry,
Star
Circuit.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I definitely am going to show the video in a second too.
Cool.
Awesome.
What's new with the campaign, Joe? Why I'm looking
several things.
Yeah, what do you got going on?
I just had to write an email about it, so it's fresh in my memory. I got one guy, Ted Zagaro, doing a trailer for me, and he does mostly kind of sci-fi stuff. So his trailers are so intense, and I've seen some of the rough cuts, and they're just really energetic. So I wish I had that to show right now, but I don't.
Okay.
But biggest development is that it's launching February 16th. So I figured out that day, taking off the day's work to just promote it for the first few days really hard. But yeah, at least it has a date, and the mailing list is growing strong. So besides that, it's just all the little things that are coming in, figuring out the printing, figuring out shipping. My variant cover by Kanan White is almost done too. So a lot of things that are almost done. So nothing to show extra. Actually, I do have a new poster, but besides that, yeah.
Awesome. And so let me before we get into the promos, let me just go through the audience and just put up some of people's worst Christmas specials.
Awesome.
Jack Holder said worst Christmas movie is the Nativity Story live action. I've never seen that one. I can't confirm or deny that claim.
Anybody famous in that one?
I don't know. Maybe he'll comment about it. we already a lot of hate for the Star Wars holiday special. We already
given, right?
Yeah, right. I think that one's universal. Let's see what else we got here. No one should look like a freak in a Christmas show. I'm guessing that's about Twas the Night Before Christmas. Let's see. Someone put the Littles. Oh, that's Harry. I used to work with Harry. I don't remember the Littles.
I don't remember the Littles either. That was probably the same animation.
J-Bo here's. Hey, J-Bo. Good to see you, bud. All right. Let's see. Kirk has The Year Without Santa Claus. The Xmas special was worse than that. The only special that is worse is Johnny C's Selection Star Wars Christmas special. Yeah, I agree.
Amen.
Happy Life Day, everyone.
Yeah, happy Life Day.
B. Arthur is mentioned for some reason.
Oh, B. Arthur was the golden girl that was the bartender in the Christmas special.
Mm-hmm.
She was
okay.
singing the Get Out song or whatever.
I've recorded the Nutcracker in video.
I also have a copy.
All right, let me see. Oh, here's a shout out to Mark and Alex. Mark, Alex, and Johnny C all in one day. Holy crap, Batman. Awesome.
Holly crap, because it's Christmas.
Yeah, Holly crap. Nice, yeah.
Worst Christmas specials for me. 1, Star Wars Christmas. 2, Year Without Santa Claus. Which one was that? Year Without Santa Claus. Is that the one that was like Rankin Bass too, like with the puppets? Is that the one with put one foot in front of the other song? No, don't know. Okay, Smurfs Christmas. I vaguely remember that one. I don't remember what it was about.
I vaguely remember The Year Without Santa Claus. I'm trying to look that up now.
Rudolph is great. The stop motion animation gives it a timeless quality.
The story.
Marnie, you gotta fight him. You gotta fight him.
Fight him, Marnie.
You gotta fight him. Get his address.
We're in a Christmas movie? That's not right.
All right, let's see. Frosty 2 is awful from my wife.
There's so many sequels about these I've never even heard of.
I think the Raisins saying Santa Claus is coming to town. I don't remember that. Someone wrote Star Circuit. Nice. Someone's shouting out here, Joe.
Oh, nice.
All right, and
that's my good buddy Jeremy. He's
Nice. I thought Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze on Batman and Robin was horrible. May not be a Christmas special, but still. All right. Jeff Holman, just giving a shout. Jim Carrey is the Grinch, not so good. Yeah. Hey Jeff, thanks for joining us.
I don't find that bad. I find Jim Carrey's Christmas Carol one pretty bad these days.
Oh yeah.
They're not allowed to make any more Dr. Seuss live action films.
Oh yeah.
Ernest Saves Christmas. That's a good one. I never saw that one. Have you guys seen that one? I mean, Ernest, I remember, was a phenomenon in the '80s, but I've never seen any of those movies. Don't know.
No, I haven't seen any of them. But
this is a good one. Christmas Vacation too.
Boo!
Boo!
Hardcore boo on that. That's a big. That's like fucking A Christmas Story too. That's a big boo on that one as well.
Oh, I forgot about the Christmas Story too. Yeah, that's terrible. Yeah, that's
Ryan,
the sequels. It's sequels and Christmas. They don't work.
Yeah.
Ryan Wynn's with us tonight. Nice. We got a packed house tonight, which is great.
That's awesome.
Year Without Santa was a sequel. Wait, The Year Without Santa was like a sequel to Rudolph. I don't remember that one well enough to comment about that. He-Man and She-Ra Christmas special was bad also. And same thing, I don't remember that one. But
I have the power of Christmas.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Joe Catapano, shout out from Ryan Winn. Ryan, thanks for joining us. Ryan, give us one of your worst Christmas specials. I'm curious to see what you have. And then Jay said Die Hard with a question mark. Yeah, I don't get the whole Christmas and Die Hard argument thing. It's just like a movie set at Christmas, you know? What's that?
Greatest Christmas movie?
You know,
I would say Christmas.
What about this one? A Very Brady Christmas.
Oh man.
That one.
Yeah. I don't think anyone's touching that one. So.
I'm a fan of Jingle All the Way.
Oh yeah, I like that one too. I find that one pretty fun.
Yeah, Phil Hartman can't be.
Yeah, right.
Anything with Phil Hartman, I appreciate.
Year Without Santa Claus is the one with Heat Miser and Cold Miser. Okay, gotcha. Okay, perfect. And someone says Gremlins rules.
Yes.
Yeah.
Christmas movie.
Awesome.
What none of us said?
What?
All those stupid winter princess movies where like it's just like this small town.
Is that like what, the Frozen movies or?
No, I'm talking about like the cliche, like the small town girl goes to the big city and like, you know, she wasn't looking for love, but now it's winter and there's a dude. And,
oh god, yeah, like the Hallmark movies, right?
Yeah, I don't watch that crap.
Yeah.
The same two actors in 37 different movies, all about the same thing.
Yeah.
People falling in love in New York City. That's what all of those films are about.
Yeah, seriously. They look like they have the worst production values too.
Yeah, I feel like
just from the covers and everything.
You get like people whose careers were over like 20 years ago. Yeah, definitely.
So that's where Steve Guttenberg went to.
Yeah. Is Art Carney in one of those?
to come back from the dead.
Hey, it was the first time there was ever anybody wearing glasses in the Hallmark universe, okay?
That's great. So, all right. So let's look at some of everybody's. Let's look at what everyone's promoting. So I'm gonna go with Joe first here. So
really?
See. Yeah, I got your campaign up here. I was gonna play the video. This is for Star Search. Joe, when is this launching again?
Yes, February 16th is the day.
February 16th. All right. Let me let's
play
the video. So, yeah. This is a teaser. We'll play this for everybody. And if you guys check this out, if you sign up, is there any bonus for signing up early?
There is. You got a free trading card.
Free trading card? So free trading card if you sign up and then make a purchase when this goes live.
Right. There's select too.
Oh, wait. You know what? I don't think. Let me make sure I'm sharing the audio here. Give me 1 sec.
You can there'll also be a secret tier I'm working on, one where, either be a discount or a limited selection just for the people on the mailing list. So it's good to sign up early.
Cool.
That's great. Okay, perfect, awesome. And this is I think I asked, when's it launching again?
Yeah, February 16th. Uh-huh.
February 16th. All right, perfect. All right, so here's the trailer for Star Circuit. Awesome.
Joe,
I sent it to you before, Joe. I think this looks amazing. I can't wait to get this book. Once the Indiegogo finishes, what's your projected fulfill date?
It really depends on the if I go 30 or 60, but if I do go right now when I'm filling out the Indiegogo campaign, I'm putting June, so that's a good guess.
Okay. That's actually a good goal, you know.
Yeah, that's a good goal. I wanted to make sure it's not too far out, but at the same time, it could be a 60-day. It could be if it does successful as a successful campaign. So, but yeah, it's the blurb on it is just to really quickly promote like the story part of it. It's in this augmented kind of reality type world where when I say that, I mean there's pretty much all these hologram type of things popping up, neon. It's a cyberpunk world. But the way it is in this culture in the future, the society revolves around this high-speed motorcycle league. And in this future, androids, artificial intelligence, is the most capable, riders and pilots. So it's in this world where, everyone, all the humans at least, are really complacent and they haven't tried to challenge that kind of norm. So in this story, the main character kind of syncs up with this old school racing legend, and he kind of coaches him a little bit, but kind of like becomes the father he never had, and he pretty much heals himself and society and also tries to win this race. So this is the first chapter that you'll be backing.
That's awesome. And it's great too. The good timing on this is like that huge cyberpunk video game that just came out.
Right.
I think like you're tapping into sort of that audience too, which is great,
Yeah, it's odd because I had a goal of releasing before they released that game, and technically I'm still in the running because they pulled it from stores because it was so glitchy. But yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did hear about that. Yeah, so by the time they figure out the bugs, you'll probably be live.
Right, I'll be in.
That's great.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then I'm gonna skip over Julius for now until he shows up. And then Mark and Alex, I brought up the Ascendant Kickstarter. I know you guys succeeded in the Kickstarter, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
So I was gonna play the video so that. What's up?
So I can't wait for those rewards to come in.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to play the video so that people can still buy this, right? Or pre-order it. Is that
Yes,
okay,
they can
great.
pre-order on the site. Absolutely.
You have to
And
go
that's
to
is that waywardraven.com?
Yeah, waywardraven.com.
yeah, it's right there on the
great.
homepage. A big ass pre-order.
Awesome. Before I go to that, Ryan Winn said he's so excited for Star Circuit. I agree. Kirk is looking forward to Star Circuit too.
Hey, Kurt.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. I can't wait for that. So, all right, so let's look at the Ascendant, and this is for issue number 4, but you have 1, 2, and 3 available already, correct?
Yeah, you can get
So
1, 2, and 3 right now. 4 available for pre-order, and 5 is halfway done.
Awesome.
Nice.
Oh, it's going to be, if I remember right, 6 issues.
7 in total. Yep.
7 total. Okay, perfect.
It's great that
So
5 is almost done too. People won't have to wait too long.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and just see, and these guys are going to fulfill. You always get weirded out if you buy an issue and you never know if they're going to make another one. These guys are already committed to the whole series, so you can tell already. So
It's a great series. Check it out. Let's run the video.
All right, so let's run the video here. Let me make it big and let's give it a shot here.
Yeah.
Love is so evil, love is at its base. It just consumes you until you get the rage. Haunted by memories, they're always killing me. Please spare me from my misery. Too afraid to love again, so broken inside I cannot pay. Too afraid to love again, so broken inside I cannot repay. My heart days on my line. Please save me before
Yeah. So
Great use of music.
Yeah.
I was going to advertise it.
Oh,
for
God.
The two of them cranked it out with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah.
I mean, this looks great. Yeah, give us a little bit of the elevator pitch for this series.
Sure. So, Escape Duke of Hell, Millennia 2, debauchery, depravity, starts to feel a little bit of remorse, and he starts to send the bad guys back to hell. It's kind of a horror fantasy. Whole thing actually ends up set in Italy, so it kind of bounces from Rome to Naples to Venice, Florence, then back on to Rome when we finish up.
That's awesome. It sounds like a cool storyline in the vein of like Hellstorm or like Damien Hellstorm or like something like Hellblazer, something like that.
Yeah.
I got a lot of Dante Alighieri vibes, which I love.
What was it? What was that, Johnny?
I got a lot of Dante Alighieri vibes. The 9 Circles of Hell or whatever.
Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, this campaign looks great. I get some good comments here. Ryan Winn said it looks brutal.
That's right.
Great art, great logo too. I agree.
I was going to say just that. The logo is awesome, but the art is consistent and awesome.
Mike Martone says dopeness. I agree. Yeah, so this looks good. So if you guys like what you see, definitely support these guys. Go to Wayward Raven, order the first one, or order all 4, right? And then get this one eventually. How close are you guys to fulfilling this one?
This week I'll be sending stuff to the printers.
Okay, so this will be ready sometime in January.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we should probably get it back by I'm guessing mid to late January and have it ready to ship out to everyone by February at the latest. Yeah.
And
Awesome.
issue 5 is not on our site yet, but it probably will be available for pre-order soon. If you guys desperately want to reach out to us, we'll gladly add it for you.
Yeah.
Who's doing the color work? Is that
Following
Alex?
along, they're also featured on Global Comics.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I mean, I just put some of my stuff on Global this week, and I got to say, I love that. I think if you're an indie creator, definitely get on Global Comics. You're gonna get lost on comics.
In fact, our entire catalog is on Global Comics. Except for Damn Heroes, that we only have a couple of strips up there. But
well, you get the most bang for your buck. Johnny said for $5 you can see a ton of pages.
Yeah.
I have yet to do that because I'm not terribly a digital reader. I do it, but it's very rarely. Usually I'll read I like to read a physical book personally, but I definitely want to get some credits and read some stuff on there. I'll definitely check out Ascendance on there though. Definitely.
And they also actually just introduced an annual subscription where it's basically unlimited reading for a set price. But
oh, really?
Right now, if you order before Christmas, it's 50% off.
Oh, really? What's the yearly price, Johnny? Did you happen to catch that?
Honestly, I don't know it off the top of my head. Maybe we'll pull up the page later and check it out. But they are running a promo. It's 50% off right now for unlimited reading. And in doing so, you're going to be supporting a lot of independent comic creators like myself and Wayward Raven that are hosted on there, and you as well, Keith.
Awesome. Yeah.
Right now is $4. So then
Oh,
it's all-
really?
yeah.
Wow,
The month-
that's nothing.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
bargain.
That's great. Yeah, so this is definitely check this out, guys. If this is up your alley, if you like stuff that's like on the edge a little bit of horror, a little bit, a little more of adult comics, definitely check this out. I was gonna play a little plug for myself here. Actually, Johnny helped me with this commercial a lot. This is the first commercial I made for the Mighty Mascots.
Oh,
And Johnny did the voiceover, and this one's kind of fun because we did it like an old breakfast commercial using my niece. So I'm gonna play that just to little self plug here.
Nice.
Hey, kid! Are you looking for something exciting to read while you enjoy some sugary cereal?
Yeah!
Then grab a copy of Mighty Mascots from Alterna Comics. Born from the ashes of a disastrous 3D printing accident, 8 living advertisements have banded together to right the wrongs of this world, led by a former child star. These unlikely heroes are freaks to some, but you will know them as the Mighty Mascots. The miniseries is 3 issues full color and printed on glorious newsprint. This is the fun superhero series that you didn't know you needed. Created and written by Keith Gleason, featuring artwork by Ian Morianta and colors by Anton Gandhi.
Ahoy, can't wait for more!
Mighty Mascots is part of your complete breakfast and comic book reading experience. Only from Alterna Comics.
So that was a fun little breakfast commercial video I had an idea for when I first made the comics. Of course, things have changed now. The book is like an ongoing, not a mini series anymore. So
I just made the second commercial. Hey,
I know I need to redo it with Johnny. Johnny's got like that perfect announcer voice, like it just
do a second trailer. Just
yeah, right.
Oh, there's only 3, and then just like the 4th one slaps her in the face or something.
Yeah. And he like punches her through the box or something. That'd be great.
I went to school for broadcasting, so I'm glad to see that those dollars didn't go to waste.
Yeah, definitely. And then so Marni, I know you didn't have much to promote, but I wanted to at least send people to your website to check out. Now you do mostly novels, right?
I do mostly short stories.
Short stories. This is the one comic you made so far, right? Sideshow.
Yeah, I've got a second one. Hopefully, like we were talking about it last time I was here. I have another one hopefully that's going to be coming out next year, but that depends on a whole lot of other factors and other creators that I'm looking to hook up with.
Gotcha.
I'm hoping to do more comics in the future, but I come from short stories. Yeah.
Sideshow, for being a first comic attempt, is absolutely phenomenal. It's such a great book.
He's lying to all of you. It's crap.
What's that?
I said you're lying to all of them. It's awful.
Sideshow is like a demonic circus or something, right?
No, it's a circus cartel that sells cocaine.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was way off. I thought it was more on like a horror vibe to it or something.
It is horror, but
it's horror.
I prefer realism horror. Shit that could actually happen. I do dabble in some fantasy, some mythos, but I do prefer to give you a story that makes you go, shit, that's gonna happen to me.
Gotcha. Okay.
It kind of reminds me of it's like a crime, like a 70s crime, like insanity kind of movie. A little bit of like a massacre, or I don't know.
Nice.
There are multiple
like Clockwork Orange, maybe like Clockwork Orange kind of vibes. Just to kind of
behind that.
Yeah.
Is that what you had in Chicago?
What's that?
Yeah, you should have a copy of this out.
Yeah, I remember now. I remember. I'm looking at it, I'm like, I know I've seen that cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave you a copy, I think, and the book that it comes from, Dead Men Tell Tales.
Oh yeah, that made for a pleasant plane ride. Holy shit! I'm gonna die.
What's awesome about this website? Right here.
Oh yeah.
Indie comics.
Right here. Like 6 months.
So do you have a store section here that people can buy your stuff from?
So if you click Indie Planet, or if you go over to if you go to the page that shows Dead Men Tell Tale, it has the Amazon link.
Oh, okay, perfect. Which tab was that?
If you click Stories.
Stories. Okay.
Dead Men Tell Tales.
Okay. This one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Amazon. Okay,
so
perfect.
that one and Henzo are on Amazon. Vienna Sausages is they're free. It's I need to redo it because right now it's a Word doc because I just threw it up there, kind of lazy like.
Gotcha.
And
I should start. You guys have been sharing links here in the private chat. I have not set them up. I'm a horrible host here. So let me send some of these links out. So this is for Wayward Raven, Global Comics link. Let's share Joe's link here to Star Circuit. Sign up there.
That was also in your description on YouTube as well.
What's that? Oh, okay. And I'm going to share your website here.
Wayward Raven, when was the timeline on 5 for
5? My estimate is probably April.
April, not bad.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, and then finally, Johnny, we got a few things to share for you. We got your Global Comics page. What do people find on there?
So on the Global Comics page, you'll have all my published work that's available currently, including the preview edition of Surrounded by Death issue 2, which we're going to be launching a Kickstarter for it sometime early next year. Okay. I keep trying to set a date, and then I keep finding conflictions. A good friend of mine, Jeff Ryder, is going to be launching his Kickstarter on my original intended date of January 17th. So I'm going to push it out a little bit further, and I don't want to step on anybody else's campaign either. And Joe's going to be launching Star Circuit, and I hate to cross with that too. So I'll have to find a good spot in Q1 of 2021 for Surrounded by Death. But there's also some free stuff on this page. So if people go down, there's a story called "How to Open the Gates of Hell." It's actually a variation on a story that's in Cthulhu is Hard to Spell. This was the original intended short, and we had to change it at the last minute to accommodate the anthology that we were hosted in. So if anybody wants to read the original version, it can be found right here on Global Comics for free.
Awesome.
Cool. And this was in what anthology?
So a variation of this story is in Cthulhu is Hard to Spell, Volume 1.
Gotcha. And see, this is what I like about Global Comics, the way you can choose how people see your book.
I curated every single panel isolation. So any type of unique
Yeah, like if you just want them to see like the broadcast like you did right here.
Right.
And then you open up the artwork. Yeah, I like that. It's very cool.
Yeah, it adds an element of to the storytelling. It almost feels cinematic.
It does. It's kind of like I thought this is kind of funny, but it's kind of like a double-edged sword. So it's like you're doing their work for them because they would have to probably do this. But at the same time, you have control of how a reader sees your book, and they might not necessarily know how to do that either,
Right. It puts the creative process back on the individual, so it's my mind's eye. I can have the reader follow it the way I want to see it. And as a matter of fact, there's a great example in issue 2 of Sartana that's on Global Comics where it actually follows an S on the page the way it goes, and it's just an action.
Oh, cool.
And it's really cool the way it just kind of goes through it.
Yeah, you guide the reader to how you want to see it.
I highly recommend it for any indie creator. There's some really cool stuff you can do on here.
Yeah, and like I said, it's not an overcrowded website yet. So you can actually be discovered here versus Comixology where there's a million comics on
You
there.
won't be lost in the mix.
Yeah, exactly. And then
Johnny,
the other thing.
talk to,
you
right?
want to promote is this, right? The movie preview show?
Yes. So I'm also part of a movie news and fan page called Movie Preview. We usually try to stay on top of all the scoops and news stories, and we post about it along with funny memes and all sorts of other stuff. So, if you are on Facebook or even on Twitter, come find us. Movie Pre-Show on Twitter or Movie Preview page on Facebook. There is a movie with a P for the brackets, Movie Preview. So please join us if you love just hanging out and talking about movies and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, and you guys usually have the scoops before everybody else too, which is nice.
Yep. So
So if you're looking for movie scoops,
Yeah, we were hosting all these Disney Investor Day stuff as it was happening. So we were keeping people up to date as it hit.
as the million Star Wars projects come and get released on.
And one thing I'd like to mention about that actually is that of all the projects that were announced on the Disney Investor Day, not one of them takes place in the new trilogy universe or the new trilogy timeline. Everything is.
I'm okay with that.
Force Awakens, but that's very telling of what the direction that they're going in and the popularity of the Mandalorian and things of that nature.
Yeah, not to get on a Star Wars tangent, but if they don't give Jon Favreau the entire franchise, I don't know what's wrong with them.
And one more thing, we just started a podcast too. We have a couple episodes out. The next episode's coming out soon, and we do a full breakdown of the multiverse trilogy coming up in the MCU, which consists of WandaVision hitting next month, Spider-Man 3, and Doctor Strange 2. So look for that soon.
Is the podcast the same name? Movie Preview?
Same name, and you can find it wherever you listen to podcasts.
Gotcha. All right, so check that all out. That all sounds great. All right, so let me. Before we move into the next question, I want to share with you guys. I saw this on Twitter a week or two ago. Someone shared this video. It's like pretty disturbing, like Christmas commercial for a Santa Claus hotline. So I want to play it for you guys. It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. So hang on, let me bring that up here. God, this made me laugh. All right, here we go.
Christmas is near, and I am delighted that so many good boys and girls are calling my special number to hear my exciting Christmas stories.
There's a new story every day, and you'll receive a free gift from Santa. Nick for calling.
Christmas is a magic time for us all. Call me, and we'll share the magic together. Call 1-900-909-8888.
Wow.
Each call is $2 for the first minute. Be sure that your parents do
It's funny as I remember commercials like this.
Is this Ted again? Ted, I told you, you're 48. Stay off my lap.
Shit, what's wrong with his face?
That guy is a blue dot on a map somewhere.
Also,
Does it still work?
Does
What
it
did you
work?
just put up, Marnie?
Give it a call.
You're gonna call. You're gonna call.
it doesn't work. I tried.
You're gonna get your special gift, Marnie.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know because, like, back when I was in high school, there used to be a Santa Claus hotline, and if you dialed the number, like, Santa would rip you a new asshole, and just like he would start to be like, ho ho ho, do you want a doll or a train? Press 1 or 2, and if you didn't press anything, like he just was like, oh, aren't you a greedy little bitch, and just like ripped you in half.
We should still have that. That's awesome.
Oh my god! Right?
Awesome. I thought that would be a good palate cleanser.
Such a nightmare. No, that was a nightmare.
I don't know about a cleansing, but
I don't know. When I saw that commercial, I just thought that was really funny. And like,
Yeah, but don't call it a cleansing, man. Like, I need bleach right now.
Yeah, right.
My eyes.
So let's move into our second question of the evening. This is more of like a happier one, like a Ralphie with his Red Ryder BB gun kind of story, So like when we were kids, we were all excited for Christmas, but you'll always remember that one special gift that you just cherished or just really wanted or bugged your mother for, So the question is, what was your favorite gift you ever got as a child? So I'll kick us off here. Mine when I was a kid, I was a big Atari kid, like because video games were, it's kind of ages me too, because I grew up in the 80s, so like Atari was like the hugest thing growing up. And when I saw the commercial for the Spider-Man video game for the Atari 2600, I just lost my shit, and I needed to have that game. When you look, you guys ever play that game?
No,
but I've seen it.
Absolutely horrible. Like I'm gonna play the
it's
commercial.
horrible. I love it.
It's horrible. But when I was a kid, I needed it. Like it was like a drug. I had to have it. But when you see the graphics here, I mean, it's, you know, Cyberpunk 2077, eat your heart out. I mean, it's like
amazing.
Yeah, right. So here, and what's great is the commercial was amazing for this, though. I gotta admit, like if you growing up and you saw this, you'd be like, I gotta have this. So here we go.
Oh my God! From the
They got
live action
one
Green Goblin alone.
Jesus Christ.
I take it back. I think I did play this. I remember the web.
Yeah.
I'm only getting one thing from this commercial, and that's that Spider-Man has an ass.
Yeah.
Captain.
This cover was amazing, though. You know, you like.
I appreciate the more comic accurate version of the Green Goblin than William Dafoe's.
Yeah, right. So when I was a kid, that was like the game that like I had to have, and playing it was a horrible game, but like I you know what I mean? Like I just had to have it as a kid. So did anyone else say that they played it? I forget.
I'm pretty certain I did, because I remember the webs, and I remember how I don't know. It's something.
It was annoying
in the
because
back
you
of
would
my
always,
mind, but
the web fluid would go down so quick. Like,
yeah,
you know?
and like
right?
Yeah,
exactly. And when you swung, it was basically just like Pitfall. You know, it looked like Pitfall, and
That's exactly.
It's all going upward.
Upward, yeah.
Upward.
And then all you had
like,
to just get to the top and defuse the bomb. And I think like you could get hit by people in the window. They would throw stuff at you, you know? And it was just like so silly. But like when you were a kid, like that was like the thing, you know, to get. So that was my one gift. And I got it that year. I played the shit out of it and loved it. And nowadays I probably couldn't even stomach it for a minute if I put it on, you know?
With that,
right.
Like, dude, I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm just from that and just the conversation. I'm pretty sure I'm way younger than the rest of you, but way younger, like by at least 5 years. By the next guy,
I'm probably the oldest.
I'm not trying to
played that Spider-Man game that looked like the Electric Company Spider-Man. Oh yeah, he does. Remember that? Bro, like, did you guys ever watch Electric Company with Spider-Man? He never talked. Do you remember that?
I do remember that, yeah.
And like it would
I don't remember that.
The word balloon would appear over his head, and like whenever he wanted to speak, he'd go "Brr," and like the like the word balloon would just appear over his head. Like, what's that?
Also in the 80s?
Yeah, Electric Company. Okay. It was like a show like Sesame Street. I remember it was often after Sesame Street.
Yeah.
And for some reason
they had, older, right?
Yeah. And they had Spider-Man segments where he didn't really fight crime. He just kind of hung out and like went to the zoo or something. You know, like it was just like a weird thing. But like I just remember that whenever he talked, he would go blur, and it would just be like a word balloon over his head. I think it's to get kids to read and stuff, you know. But yeah, he definitely does look like the Electric Company Spider-Man.
And in today's episode, Spider-Man smokes weed and gets nachos at the zoo.
Yeah, exactly.
The gorilla enclosure.
Remember, Peter, it's puff, puff, pass, all right?
Yeah. Kirk loved Atari 2600 was his favorite gift. Gaz, hey Gaz, good to see you, man. I really dug this game. The Green Goblin terrified me. Yeah, the commercial, he was horrifying. I remember Electric Company Spider-Man. That's awesome.
Hi, Rob.
Yeah,
Johnny,
it's great
you know
seeing
him.
you guys tonight. You had a full house. Great. All right. So, all right, Johnny, let's move on to you. What was the gift when you were a kid, man?
So I think the one I'm going to share, maybe wasn't not maybe not the one I was the most psyched for, but the one I was the most surprised for. And I remember when I was really young, when I was still playing with He-Man figures, my folks or Santa got me not the Castle Grayskull, not the Snake Mountain, but the one that was like the bigger one.
Is that the
Eternia?
Oh, yeah, okay.
And it was like a giant tower. I mean, this thing was obnoxiously large.
Okay.
And it was one of the.
Do you have a picture of it? Because I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, I mean, if you Google search He-Man Eternia, you might be able to pull up the image, and I'll just continue talking while you do that. So it was just an instance of, or it was one of the instances where when I woke up, came downstairs, everything was already set up. It was one of those.
Really?
Yeah, so it was kind of like one of those things like out of a movie, you know what I mean? And I was the most surprised, and I think that's kind of why it's the most fondest memory of me as a kid and a Christmas present that I received.
Oh wait, this was a video. Let me hang on. I'm trying to find
I'm sure you could probably find a YouTube commercial for the.
Oh yeah, here we go. I think I found it. Let me see if this is it.
I mean, this thing was bananas because not only did you get the main tower, right there, there's that photo. Not only did you get the main tower, but you had 2 sub towers, and there was a monorail that attached that connected everything. So it was literally, you could get lost for hours as a kid playing with this thing.
Oh man, that thing is awesome. I don't think I've ever seen this.
It had
I've seen like Snake Mountain and Castle Grayskull and all that stuff, but I don't think I've ever seen this one.
Yeah, and this was like a little bit of everything, right? And one of the cool things is this tower, the center tower.
Yeah,
there was like a moat in the front of it, so I would take like vinegar and baking soda and make like bubbly like moat fluid and stuff, and like.
Oh, where right in this area right here.
Yeah, so literally right where
Prince Adam is.
Yeah, right. Those sections right there. That's just like a moat, and you just fill it with water. And I used to go the vinegar and baking soda route.
That's cool, dude.
I had a lot of fun with this thing. I just absolutely destroyed it as a kid playing with it. It got its good, time in.
Awesome. That's a great one. Like, I mean, who didn't have He-Man when they were a kid? Like,
I guess it's a matter of depends on if that was your generation, right?
I'm a little too young for it.
Yeah, Joe's like he what?
No, I know he is. Just didn't have any toys. So.
Yeah.
Like I have a fondness for the cartoon, but I think I was at the time I was getting a little too old for it, so I just kind of watching the cartoon and never really buying the toys. But I always liked them. Like I always liked that He-Man that had the chest that like you could punch and like had the battle damage. Yeah. And Merman and all that. I loved all that stuff. So that's a good one.
Like the battle damage. That was
remember that?
Was like
remember the battle damage?
Yeah.
So
I was one of the powers. I'm like, look.
Oh yeah. And Skeletor, what a great villain. Skeletor. I love that. Such a great villain. All right, yeah, that's a great one, Johnny. So let's move over to Marni. What was that one gift, Marni?
So everyone here knows I write horror, right?
Yep.
Okay, so a lot of it has to do with the fact that I have blocked out a majority of my childhood because it was Garbo. Keith, I'm sending you a private link of the only thing that I remember positively getting as a child for Christmas.
Okay.
And it was like you sent me this prompt back at what, 7 o'clock?
Yeah.
I just thought it 10 minutes ago.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Yeah, like I hate Christmas. Like I'm here to shit on Christmas. Like that is my role here.
I like Nightmare Before Christmas is great. This is a good one. So it was the Sally doll.
It was Sally and Jack, not Santa Jack. My dad used to work at Disney. He's the guy who reprogrammed the Tower of Terror back in the early 2000s. So you got like a Disney discount, and this is what he got that year was because Nightmare Before Christmas every single year comes out with new stuff. You know, they don't sell the same Nightmare stuff 2 years in a row. So these were the collectibles from that year.
Oh, this is great. I was working at a comic store when this was huge, like when the toys started really blowing up for Nightmare Before Christmas, and I just remember what was that? Let me.
Yeah, no, show it again. That thing's awesome.
Show it again. What do you got?
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sweet.
Jacket.
Yeah.
Going all out.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow. Jeez. Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
This is literally
That's
the
great.
only thing I remember getting as a child. Like I know that there was Christmases because my dad was Catholic, but this is the only thing I ever remember getting.
Yeah, because you're so into it. That's great. I shared a meme the other day about how the Grinch with the Grinch dying and then like his skeleton becomes Jack Skeleton, and I'm like, I never thought of that because of the smile. You know, like the Grinch's smile just looks exactly like Jack Skeleton. Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I that's a special I revisit often in Christmas time. I like it. I love what's this song, you know?
Oh, there's one where he's swearing the entire time, and instead of being called "What's this?" it's called "The fuck." That's the premise of the song, but they just redid all the words, so he's swearing like every 4 words or something.
That's fantastic. That's a good one. Anyone have any thoughts about Nightmare Before Christmas or anything?
I love it too. I just think it's really cool. I try to watch it somewhere in between Halloween and Christmas.
I didn't have one of those. I had,
okay. What were you referencing there?
The Biker Mice from Mars. I had one
of those. Biker Mice from Mars. I remember that.
Huh?
Love the nightmare stuff, Marni. It's a
classic.
classic.
That I know him personally.
Yep. I agree. It's all good stuff. All right. So, Mark, what was that one gift when you were a kid that like just you had to have? That was like the greatest time in your life, that kind of thing.
So I thought a lot about it. There was a ton of Star Wars stuff, and I was thinking about some of that. I'm not going to go with that one though. What I'm going to go with is something that as a kid I remember watching Voltron, right? And so Voltron had, if you remember, there were 2 Voltrons, right? There was the crappy space one, and then there was the lion one, right? And you always want, and it was always a crapshoot. You're like, which one? It's a crappy space one. We're gonna go. Watch them there.
Not for vehicle force at all.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, but I remember being super psyched about literally being able to get all the lions and all that sort of stuff, and I didn't get the official one. You get the official Voltron. You could put it. What I got was someone gave me Lionbot, and it was like the whatever Taiwan.
Oh, was it like the knockoff?
Yeah,
the knockoffs. Yeah,
it was awesome. As a kid, hell yeah.
I have fond memories of going through Chinatown with my mom looking for one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was like 2 cents, right? It was like you buy one of them, you get the other ones free, that kind of thing.
It's Voltron. Trust me, it's Voltron.
Yeah,
but the package probably was like Valtron or something.
I'll put the link in the chat for you. I found it. I was
let me see that.
Is your mom set up? Like, look, Mark, we found it.
Yeah, we could finally.
The best part is they're like, it's not Voltron, it's Lionbot.
Fantastic! I love knockoff.
There you go.
Yep. Lionbot. That's a good one though. That looks like a good knockoff.
Yeah, cool boy. Shit, if I had mine, it looks like I could sell it for $99.
I know a lot of guys that collect collect these knockoffs, and there's some ones that are really good, like, you know, shockingly. Yeah, this is a great one. I remember the that's cool in the box.
Came with a whole
No, was
box.
this
and everything.
die cast? Because I remember like the real one was like die cast, right?
Die cast
Yeah.
one.
It's
Yeah.
die cast too.
Yeah.
This one's die cast too.
Well, at
No,
least
this
that's
thing
what
was
the
so
box says.
good, man.
Oh yeah, it says it right here, die cast metal. Oh, perfect. Yeah, that's
My cousin
awesome.
threw a die-cast Voltron at my face when I was a kid. Broke my nose.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh man,
Back
This
when toys were lethal.
dude, this is legit
Oh my
though.
God.
Look at, you know, this
Yeah.
this thing looks great.
It's almost like the company that made it was like, hey, we have a few extra left over. Let's make some, let's repackage it in knockoffs.
It might be
Slap
like
their own logo on it.
Well, didn't a lot of that happen because they like those companies like would get the molds and all that crap and just like kind of put it out like in, you know, like in Europe somewhere, and then it would just leak into every place, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of that stuff. That's a good one though. That's a great one, man. I never had the Voltron, but I was aware of it, and I kind of always wanted it because I love the cartoon myself. Do you guys like the new Netflix one that came out like a few years ago? Did you guys watch that?
I haven't seen it.
I watched a little bit of it. The main storyboard guys on it, I kind of did a class with, and they're really good storyboards. I've only seen the pilot.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
I saw the
watched a little
first
bit of it.
2 seasons. It gets a little slow because they often tried not to make them form Voltron. So it's like you only get to see Voltron like maybe twice a season, you know.
no,
They
man.
try to, so that's where it kind of gets a little dull. Whereas like every episode you used to get Voltron, you know.
Yeah, that was like the one thing you looked forward to as a kid is just like, I'll form the heads. Like,
Yeah, right. Exactly. That's so great. All right, so let's go to Alex. Alex, what do you got?
I may be like you in that it was a video game system that I was like really super excited for.
Okay.
But it was a disappointment that led to like fond memories. I was bitching and moaning for an NES back in the day. And I guess in my neighborhood they were sold out or they just couldn't get one. So my mom, actually probably was my brother, who got me the TurboGrafx 16. And I was like, what the hell is this thing? And then I'm like, but wait, these games are pretty cool. And it's become like now like my nostalgia system.
Nice.
Yeah. Then NES was so good. I grew up through like when arcades were huge in like 1983, and then like they died like that same year. And I remember Nintendo coming out in like, what was it, 85, 86?
Sounds
And
Yeah.
and I was like, oh my God, the graphics are as good as the arcade, and like, you know, just had to have it, you know? So yeah, I remember that excitement, you know, for Nintendo.
I remember having an NES and being super jealous of the TurboGrafx 16 because the games looked so much better.
Yeah.
On that console. They had Splatterhouse, if I remember correctly.
Yes, they did.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Where that
yeah.
came from.
Yeah.
I love that. The Friday the 13th
Awesome.
knockoff.
Yeah.
The Friday the 13th, where you guys play Jason, but it's not Jason, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, not to mention the horrible Friday the 13th game. Remember the Friday
Yeah.
the 13th?
Oh,
Jason was purple.
Yeah, it was called
Yeah.
Brady as well.
Yeah. I mean, NES was great, though. There was so
I
many.
still have mine.
Do you?
Your
Does it
NES?
still work?
Does it work?
Oh yeah, hold on. I'll be right back. Yeah.
Go blow on the cartridge.
Yeah. I found my SNES. I hooked it up, but I can't find any of my controllers or any of my games. So I'm like,
Actually,
oh.
That's up. I
Last
still have
What was that, Joe?
I have because I'm a little younger, but I do have the Atari 2600, and I have the box and everything in my closet right here, and I don't know what to do with it. Like, I'm like, do I save it for like forever and try to sell it or what? But nice.
That is all.
right.
That
That's
game
Turtles
is so
1.
goddamn
God, that
hard.
game was
God.
so
I've
hard.
never beaten it.
Oh,
Hard.
No one has ever beaten
Hard.
Yeah,
Has
that
ever beaten
water level, dude.
That is that's like one of the hard, that and like the original Metal Gear Solid was
Yeah.
so hard. And yeah, I mean, there was some great games though. I mean, like why haven't they remade like Bionic Commando? Like that was.
Oh, they did. They
They
did.
did.
They did a reboot. Yeah.
I totally missed that. When did they? What system was that for? That they remade it?
I think it was like PS3 era.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Was
it's
it
like
good?
2 or 3. Yeah.
You know, I don't remember it,
No.
but I know they did it.
I think I may have
Okay.
played a demo and it wasn't appealing. I was like, okay, nostalgia's over. I'm done.
Yeah.
Well, it was a great idea with the arm and everything. Like I thought that would be a good comic too. But like I was gonna say, I saw that they just remade like Battletoads for Xbox Arcade, but I haven't played that. That was a tough game, but that was a cool game when it came out. Like
That was tough.
I love the giant foot, like when you were doing like the final punch or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
You know, giant fist or giant.
Animation was great.
Marty,
Yeah,
when
it
did
was
you play that NES of yours?
When I put my roommate's cat up for adoption. I was trying to turn it on. He launched himself across the room and tore the cables out.
Oh,
jeez.
So,
Oh man.
But I need new cables for it. It's been a decade. That cat's been with my dad. Well, it was with my dad till he died. Now he lives with my mother because I never want to see that cat again. Jerk. But that was like the final straw.
A funny story about NES that one of my friends who was like in Hero Envy told me about. He wanted an NES so bad for Christmas, right? And his parents bought him like God, what was the name of that baseball game? It was like a really good baseball game on NES. Was it? You guys know what I'm talking about?
RBI?
Baseball Stars, or it was either Baseball Stars or RBI. One of those. There was like it was the one where you could do the stats. There was like a lot of stats.
I think that was RBI.
That's probably RBI. So his parents, instead of getting him a Nintendo, they got him the video game RBI Baseball and no Nintendo to play it on.
Oh.
And so when he got up on Christmas morning and opened it, he was just like, what am I going to do with this? And they were like, oh, you can bring it to your friend's house and play it.
I think it was like, I'm pretty sure it's the one you
Not like the worst for a kid. Like,
Wow. Like, by the way, and we put you up for adoption.
yeah, right. Seriously. Oh my God. So horrible. Awesome. That was a good one, Alex. Yeah, because the NES was such a big deal back then. So, all right. So, Joe, let's go with Joe. What's
all this video game talk is kind of swaying my decision almost. Like, geez, I'm a big video game guy, and believe it or not, it's not my pick. My pick. I was a big fan of, because I'm a little younger. I'm a big fan of the Beast Wars version of Transformers. And, when I was a kid, I had a bunch of the toys. Huh?
You're in my generation.
Yeah. So with Beast Wars, it was weird because like I got a lot of the toys, but I never could find one of them, which was Rat Trap. And I'm from New York, and right, so like he was the only one that had a New York accent, and he was like small, and I was like really like the smallest kid in school, and I just really could relate to the dude. So I really wanted the toy. But yeah, one time I got it one Christmas. It was a good toy to have, but I just really like the character, and it's really not about the toy. It's more about like, it's just a weird kid like idolizing this rat, So super weird. He had a New York accent. So you're like, oh, he's a rat, but he's kind of relating to me. So,
that's awesome. That's a good one though. Like I missed the whole Beast Wars thing. Like I was a G1 kid.
Yeah.
When Beast Wars came out, I was already working, retail and all that stuff. So I missed a lot of the. That was the one that they see, like one of the early CGI stuff. Hey, hold on. Let me see what you guys got there. Give me 1 second. Let me bring Alex up first. Nice. That's the original. Yes. Nice. That's
cool.
Anyone under 15's like, what the hell is that?
I know.
18.
Yeah, right.
Is that what a cell phone looks like?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Johnny, is that like an original G1 or?
No, this is a Hasbro masterpiece. It's a pretty big one.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
That was
This is
really cool.
30.
Johnny, so where do you live?
What's that?
Where do you live?
I'm in Massachusetts.
Send me your address.
Why? You got some Transformers for me?
No, because I'm gonna come get yours.
Yeah,
I thought that was obvious.
Johnny's
Yeah.
got like the great shit. Look at that Megatron's awesome too.
this one's it's a little more flimsier, but he's nice.
Oh, I like that.
And they both transform to their
And
respective
then what
counterparts.
Master Collection?
The masterpiece collection. They're put out by Takara, which is the company that helped create Transformers alongside Hasbro.
Oh, nice. That's really cool. Yeah, the Beast Wars stuff. I totally missed all that. Like I know I don't even really know the Rat character.
Yeah, you're gonna look it up. His name was Rat Trap. But
what's it called?
Huh?
Rat Trap is the name.
Yeah, you're gonna look up any of
Johnny and
the.
I are going to be playing with our Transformers now.
I don't have any of my old toys. They're probably, who knows, a parent's attic or
Yeah,
something.
found some here. Let me see if this is it. Oh yeah, this is cool looking.
Nice.
Hang on,
It
let me,
was the first show that was like really CG and okay and stood up. Somewhat.
I know
CG,
people
like how that
speak highly of it. Is this the toy?
Yeah, that's the toy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
Pretty neat.
I remember people really liking the cartoon though, because when I started working at the comic store, that one was talked about a lot. Whenever Transformers came up in conversation. This toy is cool though. I like the rat. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I remember was it Optimus Primal and he was like an ape or something.
Yeah, they made him an ape, gorilla.
Megatron like a dinosaur, like a T-Rex or something, or
Yeah, what was the Megatron what was he?
Yeah, he was
like a T-Rex character, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Right.
yeah, and instead of the gun with the tail on his arm. That's what it was.
So what was the story on that? Like why were they beasts? Like educate me a little bit.
Well, they landed and like the scanners they needed to really just, I guess, it all happened in the pilot. It was like 1/22nd, thing where they explain it, but the scanners just found the animals that were close by so they could, break free from their crashed ship. And
so it was kind of like the Dinobots in a little bit of a way, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. That's cool. I like that. That's one I'm not familiar with, so it's like I always kind of like to learn about it,
Yeah,
The Netflix Transformers series, that the newer one, they're going to be getting into Beast Wars as well. They're kind of doing a revival
really?
with the third one of the trilogy.
Oh, that's cool. They're gonna work it into like the whole overall story. The only Transformer I have right now, I bought like 2 years ago was the Ghostbusters car that transforms into a Transformer.
Yeah, very cool.
I was like, I had to have that because I love Ghostbusters and I guess they just released a Back to the Future one too, a DeLorean that transforms into a Transformer.
Really?
That's cool.
Yeah, I don't know where you get that one, but
There goes my money.
yeah, no kidding. I'm ready to plunk down at least 50 for that if I see it somewhere,
You get a Target for $30.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
that?
I lied. I
Okay.
Sorry.
It's funny. I kind of had a runner-up. If you guys have ever seen the Power Rangers gloves that had like a swish sound if you clicked your hand.
Really?
The crease was, and it would make like a swish sound, and I was like, dude, we got those without asking for them, and it was by far the best gift for many years.
Power Rangers is another thing that went over my head. I think I was too old for it when it came out, and to me, it just looked goofy,
Oh yeah, you have to be definitely young enough for that.
Yeah, I know it's one of those properties that people that love it absolutely love it.
For sure.
My friend Gaz that just was in here a little while ago, he runs like some kind of YouTube show talking just about Power Rangers, so
Yeah,
he's like huge on that. So that's great. I think the only thing I ever saw was that movie that came out like a year ago.
That was garbage.
Yeah, see, I don't know. To me it was like, oh, okay, this is what it is, you know. So I didn't know. I have nothing to compare it to because I never saw the original stuff. So, but I believe you. When I was after I watched it, I saw that the purists hated it. So I'm like, yeah, it probably sucks. It's almost like the first Transformers movie, I guess, you know.
So you want to know the very easy difference between them?
Yeah.
Power Rangers was always supposed to be about, like, it was supposed to inspire kids to want to be the good guy. And the Power Rangers film fell into the cliche of everybody's from the wrong side of the tracks.
Gotcha. Yeah, they definitely did that.
Yeah. Power Rangers was always about, you know, the kids that knew, like, not only knew right from wrong, but were, like, really, really, like, just the best kind of, like, more moral person, and that was the whole point of Power Rangers, is that's what they wanted kids to strive to be.
And that's why they were chosen in the first place, probably. Right?
But they were from the wrong side of the tracks, and they were doing bad things. And suddenly they're going to redeem themselves.
Cooler now.
Well, that's what they do with everything now. Like even that Titan show that was on like the DC app. I mean, same thing. Like everybody's like awful. And then they got to learn to be a hero. You know, they can't just start to be like a good person. You know what I mean?
Raise them right or anything. Like nobody ever has good parents anymore. Like they took from Disney where all of their parents died when they were babies.
Yep. It's like so weird. Like when they actually,
like everyone's parents are dead.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Mom and Martha.
Yeah. It's like whenever you see something that's normal, it's like it's so jarring now because everything is like, you know what I mean? So it's so awful. But all right, well that was great discussion, guys. I think we had some great moments as far as the worst and then the best. I just want to like point out to everybody before we wrap this up, I'm going to start sharing the links again here for everybody in the chat. Anyone with us, definitely check out Joe's Star Circuit. There's the link to the Indiegogo. Sign up now. You get a free trading card if it turns into a purchase. If you're a fan of like Cyberpunk or Joe, would you say even Fast and the Furious?
Yeah,
like
that. But if you're like into Akira or Tron, stuff
Matrix.
like that.
Matrix, things like that.
I remember from the episode that when we had you on, F-Zero was an influence.
Yeah, F-Zero. Yes, you got it. Yeah, F-Zero.
Yeah, and then, I mean, the artwork looks amazing. I mean, I think everyone should back this. Check it out. That's coming out February 16th, right?
Yep.
All right. There's the link in the chat. Check out Joe's Star Circuit. I know Julius isn't here with us tonight, but I'm going to share his link anyways. I don't know what happened to him. He was supposed to join us, but there's.
I think he popped in the chat for a split second.
I saw him. Yeah, I don't know why he never came in. We would have had him, but there's the link for Ghetto Dragon. It looks like a very cool like kung fu comic. We had Julius
read an advanced copy, and it's awesome. If you're
really?
Yeah, I read an advanced copy of it. I didn't get a chance to thank him, so I'm really embarrassed about that. But it is fucking awesome. It's if you're into kung fu flicks, and it's like I think we kind of joked about it when on the show that we had him on. That was like a serious version of The Last Dragon. There's a little bit of that vibe there, but it's such a great book, and I'm looking forward to reading more from that.
Yeah, it's he made his goal, which is awesome. So the comic's definitely going to be produced, and
I think I'm going to back this. It's pretty good.
It looks great. The art's awesome. It just looks like a good street level kung fu comic, And it looks like it has a lot of action, which is very not in a lot of comics nowadays, which is great, which I love about it. And I said that to him when he was on the show. Here he is right now. Sorry, let me see. Sorry, guys, I had to take care of some family stuff. No problem, Julius.
Thanks anyway.
Thanks for joining us. We definitely threw the plug out there for you. Definitely check it out. is in demand, and you can still get it. So definitely check that one out.
That's cool.
You can definitely check out Mighty Mascots, my comic, on my website, recklesssidekick.com. I'm going to put that in the chat. You can buy the first 3 there, along with collectible pins and like the giant issue and all that fun stuff. So there's that.
Right?
What's that?
I said, you have to make a cereal, right?
I know. I've been putting that off, but I think eventually we got to do that.
And then one of the perks on the original campaign, though, which was cool.
What's that? The
original cereal box that you did produce a cereal box.
I did, yeah, definitely. I made a cereal box, just not the cereal. And then
that's a lucky charm. No one's gonna know the difference.
Yeah, right. Throw it in there. Or one of the weird ones, like Honey Nut Frosted Flakes or something, And Alex and Mark, WaywardRaven.com, right? Is that where people can find you and find your books?
Absolutely.
All right, I'm going to put that in the chat as well. Check that out for Ascendant. And you guys have the Damn Heroes webcomic that you guys put up once a week? Twice a week?
DamnHeroes.com. Absolutely.
Awesome.
What is it called?
Always a fun
Damn Heroes.
Damn Heroes, yeah.
Let me put it in there, damnheroes.com. And and you guys have all your books on there, not just the Ascendant. You have everything that you guys do.
Right.
Check them out. Check it out. I'll put all the links in the description too.
Cool.
And then Marni, we got Marni's website. Let me share
My
that.
website's shit. I'm currently in the middle of rebuilding it from scratch.
Yeah, it's all right, but people can still get your stuff through there, which is good.
Or Indie Planet, right? You host it through Indie Planet?
Yeah, if you go to the main webpage, my comic, there is a link to go directly to Indie Planet.
Awesome. Yeah, that's good. Well, I mean, once you get the website's serviceable, which is all you need, right now. And then once you get it improved, what's that?
I hate it.
Well, there's certain things like my old website I couldn't stand either, but it was serviceable, so I get that.
6-month boot camp course.
Boot camp, there you go. Starter site.
Yeah, a 6-month boot camp that could potentially get me $100,000 a year job just so that I could redo my website.
Yeah,
I hate it that much.
Julius, thank you, Joe. He said thanks, Joe. I guess you must have backed it.
Yeah, I had to. Something about the realism of the moves in the
it looks great. I can't wait to get that, Julius. And then Johnny, we got. Let me share your links for Global Comics, and you have one of the stories on there for free, correct?
Yep. So there's a couple of pages of some of the issues for free, so you can sample them, and then the full "How to Open the Gates of Hell" is hosted there for free.
Great. And then I'm also going to share the link for Movie Preview on Facebook. Like and support that page. Get your movie news, especially if you're looking for Marvel and Star Wars news. Definitely check that out. So I think that covers everybody, right? Anything anyone's got coming up, or anything that anyone wants to promote besides what I already linked everybody to?
Just my YouTube channel, really. Just my name, Joe Catapano, is just I do weekly fan art on Tuesdays and a stream on Wednesdays at 7. But really, just go check out the time-lapse videos for the art. I've got some other... YouTube.com, Joe Catapano?
Yeah, it's just Joe Catapano on YouTube. I think my link is youtube.com/c/Joe Catapano. I don't know why, but
okay. I have your channel as one of our highlighted links on YouTube.
Oh, cool.
So
cool.
I'll put that in the description as well, so people want to check it out. So if you want to check out Joe while he's drawing, like a draw stream, definitely check that out. It's good stuff. Process videos. If you guys like that kind of stuff. All right. I think that's it. We'll wrap this up.
I just wanted to thank everybody again for coming on and taking the time. I mean, we appreciate all you guys for spending the evening with us, watching, participating. Wonderful friends, wonderful creators, and I'm glad we get to kind of give you guys a little bit of a platform to share yourselves with the world.
Yeah, definitely. I when we started the show back at the beginning of the pandemic, we were very awkward and we didn't know what we were kind of doing. And now, like that, we've been doing it for a few months. We met so many great creators, all you guys included. I would definitely say you guys are friends, and this show's been great. Like,
I can see
hopefully,
the show growing.
yeah, I mean, I'm hoping and thinking in 2021 we'll grow it bigger and better, and hopefully do some more crazy stuff and have just promote our love of comics. So.
But for now, just everybody have a safe and happy Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah, same here. Thanks everybody for joining us in the audience. We're gonna go ahead and end this broadcast, but we'll be back. I think January 4th. I think is our next one.
January 4th, yeah, and I think we have
who's lined up for that, Johnny? I can never remember.
That's going to be the comic book school project, I believe, right?
I believe so. Yeah, we're gonna have a few guys on, right?
We'll promote it, but if I remember correctly, it's going to be Ari and Buddy Scalera, to name a few.
Yeah.
They're going to be on to promote the anthology they just did for comic book school, which is Buddy Scalera's outfit. Buddy's usually the individual who runs Creator Connection for New York Comic Con.
Oh, awesome. Oh, yeah, and I have one other thing that's we're going to work on getting Don Chin on. Don Chin is going to be on the show at some point in January. For you guys that didn't know it, he was a huge indie creator in the 80s. He had a comic book called Black Belt Radioactive Adolescent Hamsters, if you guys have heard of that. And X-Farce, so he's coming back with Indiegogo next year with X-Farce Reloaded, which me and my Mighty Mascots team actually have a 5-page story in there. We're going to be making fun of House of X and Powers of X, so that's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to make fun of how overly complicated it is for no reason, So it's going to be a lot of fun. And he definitely wants to come on the show and promote, so we'll definitely have him on, hopefully in January. So
cool.
So we're already off to a good start next year. So, and if any of you guys, Joe, once you launch, definitely hit us up. We'll have you back, and we'll talk more Star Circuit, try to get you some more backers and everything. And same with all of you guys. If you have anything to promote, definitely message us, and we'll get you set up on the show. And if we have to do a special broadcast out of the normal, normal Wednesday time frame, we can. So,
in the chat, there's a guy named Doc Monster. The dude's a sociopath and how many comics he writes.
Oh, really? Take care, folks. Thanks for a great time. Hey, thanks for joining
Rob,
us.
Right?
Yeah, that's Rob Raban.
Yeah, we need to have Rob on.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Oh, how nice. Thanks, Jay. Such a great group of creators here. Thank you. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Merry Christmas to all from my wife. Julius, Merry Christmas, guys. I would love to be on your show again in the near future. Definitely, Julius. Hit us up. We'll have you. Maybe when you start fulfilling, or if you have another project lined up, let us know. Or even if you just want to come on and shoot the shit with us, we're down with that. So,
that's all
right, guys. Yeah, right. Exactly. So, all right, let me play the outro credits, and have a great Christmas, safe New Year's, everybody, and come back on the 4th. We'll be live again. All right. Take care, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks once again.
Happy holidays.